Hey guys, can you hear me? This is Namkraft and welcome to yet another. This is a Starcraft English commentary. We'll continue with the Laddernet series, and today I will introduce some very rare players to you. We're going to be having Bisu on the one hand against a very old player, Leta, a Terran player. We've not seen him for a while. Apparently he is still alive, breathing and breeding and doing a lot of supply depot constructions all over the Korean Starcraft community. The map that we're going to be having this fight on is going to be Metropolis. 4-player map. Both players going to be spawning on the bottom side of this map. This is the map photo. For Terran players, you can see that Metropolis, they enjoy a 59.2% win rate. So very good win rate overall for Terran players. So that is going to be good because Leta will need all of the luck that he can get against Bisu here. Bisu is still just a tick above Leta in terms of skill level. I shall explain to you a little bit what that means in just a moment, but for now let's get this player settled out and let's others just quickly show what's happening. Looks like Bisu's gonna be going for a very unconventional built-in gateway on the low ground. This is gonna allow him to go for a very quick Zelle. Now the question is it gonna be double gateway or single gateway? I think just single gateway is gonna be very standard. He is scouting towards the top left. This will not help him at all. With a potential attack here. As for Leta, he's going to be going for barracks on the high ground. This is going to be a little bit tricky, so if Leta cannot scout this, possibly he's going to be disadvantaged against Bisu early Zealot attack here. But anyhow, let me just quickly show you the relevant information and photos. So first of all, I'm just going to quickly show you Bisu's photo. This is his photo. You all know about him already. And this is going to be his player card. That's right. So Bisu Kim Taek-young, born in 1989, 178 centimeters tall, and he used to play for SK Telecom, but now he plays for C9. He has gotten 14 ASL so far, and his best performance was still second in the Van ASL. Before that, he was, after that, he did not win anything at all. All right, 2 Zella coming out from Bisu. And Bisu's ELO scores are averaging quite high last year, around the 1369 levels, and this year 1341 so far, up until November is what we've gotten. There's gonna be a lot coming out from Bisu. Anyways, let me just quickly show you what Leta looks like, because I don't believe you guys know what he looks like right now. And are you ready for it? Bam, that's him. Don't you think that he looked just about the same? There's like virtually no difference between what he looks like, 10-15 years ago versus what he looks like now. And this is going to be his player card. We are going to be having a Zealot getting right across the map and going inside the main base here. The Zealot will take a few hits. 1 SV down already. Of course, Leta, as you can see on his player card, his ELO scores is very much lower compared to Bisu. Bisu was 1340, 1360, and Leta's is 1120, 1130, 1140, depending on what you're looking at. There's going to be a second Zealot arriving, and there's going to be nothing inside of the bunker. 1 Marine has got a snipe. The other 2 Marines are still alive. The Zealot's going to try to attack against the SV. This is not a bad move, but what will he do when the Marines get on the low ground? He need to attack them before they get inside the bunker. He's trying very hard to have an additional something coming out from Bisu. Looks like the Zealot is going to get pushed back on this other map. We're going to be having an SV on the high ground, and Bisu actually see this. Okay, very interesting. He is able to see this. I don't know how this deep pylon has a vision of that high ground, but he does, and he's going to try to come up on high ground to snipe this SCV. There's a mosquito here. I need to kill it. Just as this SV is going to get sniped by the Dragoon, and Bisu is getting ready to take his expansion as well. We have another Zealot, so 2 Dragoons and a Zealot. His command center is about to complete very soon, so I guess Bisu is behind. I think this is gonna be making the game a little bit more interesting here, because Bisu is definitely the better player. Leta coming out with another SV just in case that there could be something hidden on this other side of the map, or maybe you just want to go out there for the early scout. Inside of Bisu's main, we're seeing the core is about 75% complete. He's gonna try to block the front door now. Will he try to bust? That's the question. There are 4 Marines in a bunker. There's nothing else. There's gonna be a second factory, so double factory from Leta. We won't have double port rates in this game, and that is his signature build, Leta. But that is against Zerg players. There's going to be the third Dragoon, the SCV will actually get caught in the crossfire here. There's a lot returning. There's SCV, the Dragoon will need to actually go for it, and the SCV has been caught by the Dragoon. It could actually not get inside. It can see the expansion, but can see what's beyond that. That is the question. Looks like a Zealot snipes it very interestingly. That was a very good call for Bisu, and now the Dragoon's going to be pounding on that bunker. So let me once again just tell you, as for the Elo start, what is happening this week in the world of StarCraft. Flash is number 1 at 1424, Rush is 1404, and as you can see there, Bisu is 1331, so his Elo scores is a lot better than Leta in that regards. And yeah, it looks like Bisu is going to be going quite standard, second gateway and a robo. And as for Leta, he is going to make something from his factory or not. Looks like he's going to be going for siege mode first with the tanks. And Bisu is getting ready to expand this. It will be a little bit of a hasty decision here because we're seeing double fact push from Leta. Very classical, very standard opening. Maybe this bunker will need a lot more repair than just 4 SCV. We need a 5th one. He's about to put up what, maybe a turret to do have an entering bay. I could say going to be entering bay, and there's going to be a turret coming up. Behind this, Bisu is going to be expanding. So Bisu will go with 2 gateway and robotics and observers. That is going to be the build from Bisu. The tank is waiting for the siege mode. Looks like siege mode is completed. Bisu will need to retreat most of his dragoons and safely he has evacuated the area from danger. And with that in mind, do we have the hotkeys of the players? I don't have the hotkeys of the players, unfortunately, this time around, so I guess you have to just bear with that for me. But I do have other things. For example, I can actually show you the production queue. That's right, that's the production queue, a little bit zoomed in, so you can actually see what is what exactly. There's the observer coming out from Bisu, and additional gateway. So Bisu will have 4 gateways, but Leta will be doing a push before those gateways become, I think, operational. I think possibly, yeah, if he's gonna be going for this kind of build, Leta need to push now. But looks like he's just gonna be sitting at home. We're seeing some supply depot coming up. Observer sniping by the turrets, very nicely done by Leta. And Bisu is gonna start to transfer towards his new base now. This nexus is gonna complete. 66 supply for Bisu and 54 for Leta. The gateway will need to actually pump lots and lots of forces soon because the double factory is going to be coming up very strong. Do we have any additional upgrades? Looks like just these tanks already have the finished upgrades. There's going to be a total of 3 tanks. Okay, where are the units? Looks like Leta's not making a lot. He's making massive amount of tanks. Massive amount of tanks, but nothing else. I guess he's going to be waiting for, you know, his tank count to kind of stabilize, and he will make massive vultures after that and to go together with the upgrade. There's going to be the armory. So with this, Leta is gonna start to have his +1 weapons upgrade, and for Bisu, 4 gateway kicking in, producing a lot of units. And what is this Zealot just hanging out here doing nothing? Very strange location for that Zealot to be in. But yeah, anyhow, looks like there's gonna be a scanner. Leta is going way too passive, man. He's allowing Bisu to expand and have a control of the map. As you can see, Bisu even has a leisure to put a dragoon here. But we shall see, because everything is still possible. Bisu is gonna start to make his robotics support bay, which will allow him to make reavers. There's a shuttle. There's a shuttle. What is Bisu's vision looks like? That's Bisu's visions. And as for Leta, he sees a double gateway and he sees expansion. He knows that he's facing up against 4 gate, so he will need to have adequate responses. He's gonna stick at home. Interesting. He's allowed Bisu to come up to 3 bases, and then he's going to be stuck at home here because, of course, on Metropolis, it's quite easy for Protoss to attack against a Terran base with a lot of units, you know, flying in these areas. But it looks like Leta is going to try to stop it dead cold. Let's see if he's going to have any chance at all to penetrate here, Bisu, or whether it's actually better not to penetrate at all. And where's his shuttle? There's a shuttle, but he's going to have a reaver. Additional gateway coming up, so there's going to be a total of 8 gateway. And Bisu's observers can very nicely see here. Oh, okay, there's going to be an additional factory on the northern side of this, but observer is not there to spot. Bisu will start to come forward with shuttle. Does he have shuttle with speed? He's not going for shuttle with speed. He's going to be going massive Zealot, and Zealot with leg is about 15% done here. Leta is still just sitting at home with the rest of his forces. He's going to have a scan to see exactly what's happening. I guess he's gonna try to snipe an observer. Observer has been sniped, and he's gonna press forward. Bisu's got 1 shuttle, a couple of dragoons, a couple of Zealot, +1 weapons for tanks is not yet done, only about 75%. There's gonna be another scan to snipe the observer. Bisu ahead by about 30 supply, but he's facing a very strong Terran army. Another observer might get sniped very soon if Bisu doesn't retreat this observer in time. But massive forces coming on. Zealot with Lesh should be complete in about 15 seconds, I believe. And with that, Bisu's force will be multiplying many folds. A lot of additional gateways coming up. Forge +1 weapon is not yet done. There's going to be an attack with a Shadow. This is going to be eventually. The Reaver will take a few shots. The Reaver takes a few hits. Where's the rest of Leta's forces? I don't see them. They're kind of stuck out here trying to expand. The Reaver takes a lot of shots. All of these tanks are dead. Nice Reaver shot. This is like Snow's levels of micro on the Reavers here. And looks like these tanks on high ground is gonna be actually hold this, but the expansion in the front door has been busted. There's gonna be 2 tanks on the high ground, but Bisu has seen it possibly. What is his vision? He might want to see it. I think he does see it. The Shadow will need to fly to this high ground. The turrets will try to take down the Shadow, but Reavers have landed. The Reaver will take a great shot. The tanks are still alive, but now the Reaver will take one final shot. The Shadow has saved the Reaver. Where's the rest of the reinforcement? The Goliaths are trying to return here. Leto got him, himself caught with his pants down. This Reaver is still waiting for the last possible moment to attack. He will land the Reaver to go for a shot maybe. He's going to be waiting on the high ground. There's going to be a tank returning. Just taking a few shots against the turrets, and looks like there's going to be some more Zealot attacking him. Bisu has wasted a lot of his forces here. But I guess he has safely escaped Zealot attacking the Reaver. The moment it lands, I think the Reaver will die. So this is why Bisu is hesitant to use his Reavers. Back at home, we're seeing the expansion completed, and probes need to get transferred soon. There's going to be that expansion coming out here. And Bisu with his Reavers is going to be very careful. He's just buying some time here, not really engaging in the attack. But we're going to be having high Templars completed, so that's going to be very nice. The Reaver on the low ground is going to attack, but looks like the tank has been sieged up correctly. So that's good. Leta with some vultures coming out for some harassments. And we shall see what is the next idea for both these players. Looks like Leta doesn't have any dropship potential. We don't see any starport. Just gonna remake one of his barracks, and that's it. And he's gonna try to saturate his new bases. So both the players are coming up very nicely on economic scale of things. Bisu comes forward with a few more Dragoons. He will clear some of these observers. Does he have double robotics? Only single robotics so far, not double robotics. Bisu's got 6 gateways to 8K production, and finally Shadow with speed is complete, and Bisu will rain from the sky with some Zealot and High Templars. Alright, looks like this cannon is gonna get sniped. Additional vultures coming across the map. This observer has spotted everything, but there's no turrets here. This is gonna be a weak moment here for Leta as Bisu rain from the sky with 7 Zealot and a couple of High Templars. He's gonna try to attack the front. Not a bad idea. He will land some Zealot. There's gonna be a Mind Drag. There's gonna be a great storm. The first storm hits a lot of the units. The second storm is about to be deployed as well. And this front door has been completely busted. There's gonna be more storming action. He's storming every single SCV in this expansion and hiding the High Templar on the backside. Yeah, I think Leta is out of position. He's got some tanks at the third bay that is not completely being used right now. These tanks on the low ground, the high ground, excuse me, will get sniped. No, we have 2 tanks on the high ground that could actually attack all of these Dragoons. Zealots are not going forward to attack those tanks. Bisu's are pulling his Dragoons all the way into the main. There's going to be a great storm against SCV. Another scan by Leta just to see what's happening, but he's not able to actually hold his side of the map. And at the last minute, all of these SCVs go for. So I guess this may be the end of the game here. Bisu is about to clear out the rest of the tanks. Supply wise, Bisu 147 and Leta 78. So it shows to us that Leta is still just a tick behind or under Bisu in terms of skill level. Bisu with his 4 bases is doing okay. Finally, this pylon will get sniped possibly. But Bisu is clearing out a lot of forces. His High Templar will finally, 4 Dragoons are trying to do as much damage as possible, and that armory is about to fall. Will Bisu attack the army with his Dragoons? He clears the army, so no additional upgrades. Only +1 weapons on the vulture. That was a nice find at the last minute to get that army destroyed. What is the next idea here for Bisu? He's got plenty of flying units. He's got plenty of gateways. Does he need to expand again? That's the question. I guess he doesn't really need to expand again. He's got some gateways, got some cannons on his top side. So 5 bases from Bisu versus 3 bases from Leta. The game is still going on, but practically Leta is out of this game already. He's gonna try to remake a lot of his siege position. He's gotta hurry up, man. This base got nothing. This turret's gonna maybe set up itself and try to snipe that observer. But Bisu will rain in from the sky once again with a nice attack. A lot of mine dragging onto the tank. 2 of the Shadow have deployed themselves. There's going to be great storm on these tanks. They cannot go anywhere else. We have another storm. We have another storms on the SCVs. Another last storms and morphing into Archons. This is going to be GG very soon here. GG by Leta. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye-bye.